I'm a professional harpist and teacher. I got my doctoral degree at Northwestern University in Chicago. After graduation, I taught at Chinese University of Hong Kong, and also I relocated to Canada about 10 years ago now, and I also taught at Carleton University. I was in Ottawa for a while, and then our family decided to relocate to Toronto area. So here I am, and I've been premiering quite a few works for the harp, for solo harp, and for harp and orchestra. So yeah, I'm just very keen to work with contemporary composers, and I'm just very passionate about new music in general. I actually started on the piano, but when I was a teenager, I was really just fascinated by the harp, like the sound that it can make. I think it's more, I always said is I'm attracted to the beauty of the instrument, like the look and the sound. I was a very passionate pianist, but I just feel it's not the same love that I have. After I start the lesson, I really feel very in sync with the instrument, like very, as a connection. Yeah, that's very deep. Yeah. Like you got the vibration. I always thought it's the reason that keeps me to this instrument. Like it's got a very close, the vibration makes me feel very calm. Like playing the instrument makes me very calm. I met Alice through a mutual colleague a couple of years ago, and I went to Alice's concert, and I hear she has this really interesting sound that she creates, like her composition. And so I just want to ask her to write a piece for me. I know she has all these very interesting projects, like I hear her opera, her children's opera, just very interesting sound. And also Alice is a female composer. I really especially feel drawn to working with female composer and want to support them in particular as a woman. So I asked Alice to write me this piece, and she said, do you want to do it for harp and electronics? And I was just so delighted because that's kind of in the same direction. I never did a harp and electronic piece before, so this is my first time. So when she said that, I was very excited. Like I was just very over the moon that we can do this together. I think you hear Alice created a lot of extended technique for the harp. Like in her composition, there are many non-traditional way of playing the harp, which is very prominent in the 20th century. Like it's more where we're going, but I think she created so many different sounds. Like you saw me doing the pedal slide, and you know the all different kind of sound that you can create apart from just that we know playing the strings. So I think in a way it echoes with the theme, which is a tribute to female aviators in general and astronauts, that it's very avant-garde and just that kind of female figures that inspire people, inspire the next generation. And I think this piece, the different sound is like, you know, when they're flying, you can hear this interesting sound that Alice make. I hope I'm not making too much. I'm not representing exactly, but I was just guessing when I was practicing. There are sometimes you hear this engine going, you know, maybe there's some problem with the engine, and you know, in the sky it's got eruption, and you hear the beginning, the sound is wow. Like I don't want to give away too much, but you know, these all different kind of sound, right? That in the sky that you can hear in the outer space. Yeah, I'm very excited that I'm going to be recording this. I enjoy it a lot. I think there's a lot of challenge that this piece pushed me to another level, because I think in the past when I play like solo harp or with orchestra, it's much easier. Like it's so hard to coordinate with the electronics because it's fixed, right? Everything is a computer, so you're against the computer. You're playing the game, a duet with the computer, and it's so much. You have to be so accurate with your counting and everything. With a live orchestra or another chamber player, is just that's flexibility, right? When they hear you slow down or speed up, they will, adjust to you. But I think with the electronic, that's the challenge. Like, it's so fast, and Alice make this part very excellent and just challenging. Just push me to another level, because you can't stop, you can't slow down, right? So that's kind of what I really appreciate, just pushing me to another level as a harpist.
I think my interest in women, actually aviator, not only pilots, go back to the long history that I discovered, in the turn of the century, where women has to fight for their to achieve their dreams in a man's world, a dominating world. There's a whole list of historical women protagonists in the aviation history. And also up to, nowadays there are women astronauts as well. And of course, Amelia Earhart intrigued me because of her life stories, her personality, and also the unexplained disappearance of her last flight, which turned into the movie, and I have seen it a number of times. And when Teresa asked me to write a piece for her, we are looking for a subject. And in recent years, I got interested in, having my composition to pay tributes to women that has an impact on our society and history. So I thought, having this piece, paying tribute to Amelia Earhart and, to the other women pilots would be a great theme. And of course, when we talk about pilot, we think of the skies, and which is mysterious. And we talk about the stars, and I would imagine all the wonderful and fantastic journey all these women has gone when they almost reaching the skies. And I hope the audience would experience through the music. I just want to be a composer. I will focus my energy to write a good piece to start without thinking who I am. That's how I started when I get into composition. I was a pianist before I get into music creation, which I have no idea there's such a big deal about women composer. And gradually I noticed, what women were seen in the world, even when I was in the 80s, when I was a student studying in the States, there weren't that many women students in the faculty. And I felt to confess, there's a little bit difference between how we were treated and also the opportunities too, which I think in the history, women were viewed as, let's say, the weaker species because they were not given equal opportunities and they were not discovered. So in a way, I think it is good now we have a voice. I will support these movements that support women composers, especially younger female who want to pursue their dreams. So I'm quite blessed that where I am now, which I felt I would love to help others and hope I would set an example as well. Yes, in recent years, I'm very interested to explore the field in sound sculpture, especially electronic music, which gives me another dimension of combining live performance and all this out-of-the-world sounds. So it's quite easy for me to imagine something quite, beautiful and real, with the live performers, and combined with something so out of the world, which the electronic can create, mysterious or ethereal sound that perhaps it is the sound of nature or sound of the skies, the stars that we can't explain. And the two idioms, I have to work very carefully to find the balance, not to overwhelm one another, and also should be rhythmically conceivable for the performer to execute. And I think Teresa has done a fantastic job in in her perception of the pacing and timing, combining with the electronic tracks. Because this is just a playthrough without live mixer or stopping and going, the performer basically with the track is like a karaoke. But she did a wonderful job in her expression, and it's just like a chamber music performance, like a duet. So there are many things I like, and I think I'm quite eclectic and open in the stuff I wrote. I'm not confined to a particular thing. Exploration of culture, exploration of sound, and the other thing is I like to work with the performer who actually inspire me. I always see them in my music, their personality, their strong points, and so I hope the communication is mutual. The compositions is always, for me, it's always a storytelling process that the audience can form a journey when they listen to the music. That's my goal. I don't want to give it away. And I hope the end also has Amelia's triumphant journey at the end, because she mentioned about her welcome in 2 different countries, which is quite satisfying for me as a conclusion. And I hope the audience can share this fantastic journey when they listen to the piece.
I had fair weather for 4 hours. Then I ran into a storm, which was one of the most severe I have ever been in. I milled around in the storm for probably an hour, and with difficulty kept my course. I had been troubled with my exhaust manifold burning through all night. Specific thunderstorms, probably 300 or 400 miles off the coast of Ireland. I believe I saw land first, about the middle. I decided to come down anyway in the best available pasture. A well broke shortly after I left Harbor Grace, and I could see the damage increasing as the night wore on. I found specific thunderstorms, probably 300 or 400 miles off the coast of Ireland. I got down without any trouble and taxied to the front door of a surprised farmer cottage. After receiving a real Irish welcome, I took a Paramount plane to London and there received a real English welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the world premiere streaming of Beyond the Erupting Skies, Silver Angels Sing Among the Gold Stars. I'm Alice Ho, the composer of the work. I'd like to thank especially our great harpist, Dr. Teresa Suen-Campbell, for her breathtaking premiere of my work. As a composer, it is such a privilege to work with such great performer. And I feel so blessed that I have the opportunity to work with her and explore the work and to pay tribute to women aviators. And I also like to take this opportunity to thank Dennis Patterson, our incredible sound engineer, and a great friend, videographer and film director, Cathy Ord, and her production team for making this beautiful film for us. And I would love to have Teresa here with us, and she wants to say a few words and perhaps to her fans around the group. So hi, Teresa.
Hi, Alice, and hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Alice, for this wonderful work. I just really enjoy even today watching it. Thank you for spending so much time just writing it and just making this project come true. So I want to welcome everybody who joined us today. We have friends from Vancouver, I understand, Alice, Toronto, and Hong Kong, some of my family members, and maybe Chicago. I sent it to some of my friends in Chicago as well. So welcome. And I also want to express just thanks to Alice for just making this project live streaming on YouTube possible. And also our team, the production team, Dennis Patterson for the sound recording. It was an excellent quality. And also special thanks to Cathy and her team to produce this really wonderful video that documents the aviator, Amelia Earhart. So thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you, Teresa. One more thing I'd like to add is I'm living in Toronto, fortunate to have art from Arts Council. And this project won't be possible without the generous support of Toronto Arts Council. music creation and recording grants that we received, and we are able to make fabulous recording and also a video for this work. So thank you, Toronto Arts Council.
Thank you very much.
So I wonder if there's any question from the audience. So after the premiere tonight, the video will be on the YouTube channel for a long time, and I hope everyone, if you love it, you would share with your friends, and I hope the music and the beautiful performance of Teresa can reach a lot of audience in the world. So thank you, and
Thank you so
good night.
much. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Spread the words.